Hey there, so today we have another review. This is a beer courtesy of Ryan from Roaring Table, German malts, yeast and hops, yeah. Helletaler and Tettnanger. This is their RTB Helles. So Roaring Table, crushing it. That Pilsner they make is absolutely insane. Oh, that's so weird. I don't know. I'll pour out some beer first, but they have like a different can tap. Like usually I'm used to the one that like snaps like soda. Like soda, it doesn't have these extra ridges. I don't know if you guys see. But it just has a different kind of crack to it, which is different, like something minor and noticeable. Is it because they can't order from Ball or a Crown? I don't know. Who knows? This was canned about a month ago. Yes. Exciting. Helles. Love it. I'm honestly really excited thinking about Helles because I'll be in Denver next month. And I'll know we're actually staying like 5 minutes away walking to Beer Shot Lager House, which is stupid dangerous. I already know if it's going to be one of my first beers in town. I'm just like, yo, listen, get me Helles and start that slow pour pills for me because I'm going to smash this Helles. Anyway, just thinking about my vacation already. But anyway, 4.9%. Let's talk about this Helles. This beer is wonderfully strata light gold. Wonderful clarity on this guy. Decent size head, white, lingering. Yeah, smells correct. It comes correct. It's sweet, right? How you differentiate between, I mean, that's like one of the tricks that you have to learn with tasting. How do you differentiate between Helles and Pils? It's malty, right? It's sweet. It just has this kind of like, it's almost like macro-y, where it's definitely a different malt character than macro beer, but it has that sweetness that you sort of are familiar with, right? Like when you smell, at least for me, when I smell macro lager, it's like sweet here. I get sweet, but it's the German sweet, right? So it's Bohemian Pilsner, kind of like cracked grains, like cereal. Well, what cereal you talk about, Darwin? Sort of like, almost like a bag of cornflakes. Yeah, a little bit, but then there's more oomph behind it. So like, almost like, what's that one I'm thinking of? Bran? I think I'm thinking of Bran, like Bran cereal. Not necessarily like Raisin Bran, but just a Bran cereal. Like, yeah, maybe a little bit of that. A combination of those cereals, like the light stuff, like again, yeah, a little bit of cornflake, a little bit of Bran, but there's that specific maltiness that's so dominant versus like a Pils, you're gonna have more hop character. I get a little bit of like sweet floral in there too. It smells pretty awesome. Cheers. Oh, I don't even have it that cold, so. Oh yeah, quite nice. So this beer has a noticeable like depth to it. Curious if they use decoction or anything, but I don't think they do. But up front, it has that kind of like aroma, that's like sweet malt aroma, but then it goes on, and there's a tertiary flavor that's like hits with a really nice base tone of malt flavor. It's got like this kind of like, how do you describe? It almost tastes like the depth that you get from like something like a 6% beer, which would be like a Helles Export beer or Dortmunder. It has like oomph, like it has more gravitas on the amount of malt flavor. So this beer at like 5.9, 5% tastes like it almost has like 6, which is, I guess, good. So wonderfully refreshing. But yeah, there's an extra tone of just like more malt. Like it's yeah. If you're having like a macro beer, you only taste so much malt, and then here you're getting like some amount of malt compared to Helles, and then here it's like extra. Like it lasts longer, and it has more of the darker flavors. Even though it's just like obviously a light beer and the lightest malt you can use, it has like darker flavors, if that makes any sense. Deeper flavors. So it tastes like more of those grains, and then it's almost like, how do you describe that? Like, how do you spell that grainy flavor? Yeah. Yeah, it just tastes like there's just more of that like extraction from like those cracked grains of malt. So it honestly tastes like it's malt tea. I think I remember the Beer Shot Lager House, the Sipol pills really tasted like malt tea. Here, it honestly tastes a little bit like tannic. I don't know if that's a bad note, but like I don't think it's a bad thing. I don't think their goal was to get a tannic beer. I don't think they I assume they didn't over extract on their mash, but it almost tastes like, yeah, there's like extra malt. Like they got as much flavor from the malt as you could, which is the goal with Helles, right? A little bit of bitterness in this one too. Got to have a little bit of German hopping to help balance it out. This one sings. I get a little bit of like black tea, maybe a little black pepper in there. Yeah. Light grassy notes, mostly like pepper, a little bit peppery on the back end, quite nice. Yeah, really tasty stuff. I mean, that's just, world-class Helles, right? I mean, when was the last time I had a Helles this good? Drink the hell out of this guy. Carb is like medium to medium plus, nothing too insane. Yeah. I don't have a cold enough probably, so at least like for the proper experience, if you really want to crush the whole can of this, I have a really good temperature to review it at. It's probably somewhere above 40 degrees, so slightly. Oh man, it's so good. It's so good. Yeah, I mean, if I had to have a go-to, I'd probably choose well, I for sure choose their pills, but this is like a damn good Helles. So I'm gonna go with a solid 96 on their Helles. That's so good. Until next time, guys. Cheers. RTB Helles. Later.